So here's why you shouldn't start on a 150cc bike, well in this case the Benelli TNT 150. Let's go! What's up people, it's your boy Rico the GearHead with another great motorcycle packed content. If you're new here, hello there, don't be shy, come closer, let me whisper sweet nothings into your ear and hopefully I might turn you into a believer. Now in that regard, do consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you're updated whenever we post a new episode. Today's topic is rather controversial and I have put quite a lot of thought into it before I even decided to make this video. Should you start on a 150cc bike as your entry into the world of motorcycles? Stick around and I will tell you why you shouldn't. Now I will use the Benelli TNT 150 in this scenario and I know it might sound discouraging, but all in all I thought it's some pretty useful information and also thought that you should know. Before I get into it, I'd like to tell you about our today's sponsor, the Gear Store. Are you tired of being disappointed and not sure if the helmet you bought is actually legit, or you've been waiting so long for that part to arrive but have given up hope? Worry not, here at the Gear Store we do have some awesome products to cater for all your riding needs, from gears to bikes to all motorcycle news in order to keep you updated and informed. Just head on over there at the website and use the code GEARSTORE on your first purchase to get a discount at checkout. Link below. So I will start off by saying that 150cc bikes are slow. Now I know that some of them can reach up to 100 km per hour, but by the time you get the bike there, you'll have squeezed the living hell out of it while on full throttle. And mind you, pushing the bike to its limits can be catastrophic and quite costly. Now we've had instances where the throttle cable snapped and hence some improvisations had to be made. Quite clever if you ask me. Now the Benelli TNT 150 is anything but a slow truck in the sense that it's slow to start and fast to finish. Now the slow rising graph of speed will make you wonder, what's the point of having an Italian bike which is all show and no action? Kinda makes you want to think, doesn't it? Well, apart from speed and all, the 150cc class of bike I'd say is quite boring. Yes, it's your first bike, you love the design and you love the thrill, but it gets old very fast. If you've ridden as many bikes as I have, you'll understand why perfectly. Now the rush does fade away faster than you can imagine, and if you ask any 150cc class rider, they will tell you most of the time. I know this because I've twisted the throttle, I've done everything about the bike and I'd feel as if I'm going nowhere. Now it's even worse if you're in a group ride full of all types of bikes, especially fast ones, and even as you head on towards the open road and they decide to open up, you'll be left alone as they disappear into the horizon. It can be quite lonely and disappointing at times. Now a counter to this is having a group of riders of similar bikes, like for example a group ride consisting of only those who have 150cc bikes, excluding the Apache 160 for obvious reasons. Now thirdly, we do have the bird resale value of the 150cc bike, in this case the Benelli TNT 150. Even if you bought the bike from the showroom and kept it inside your house without even running even for a single kilometer, even so the value would have dropped significantly, especially for the Benelli TNT 150. I have seen bike with low mileage of about 8,000 kilometers to be sold as low as 120 to even 110 thousand Kenya shillings, and such a short mileage, that's basically a brand new bike. Now I had such a long time selling the bike for the price that I wanted, till I decided to buy the bullet and sell it off a price I wasn't too happy about. Now the thing is, like I stated earlier, the 150cc bike is quite slow and boring, and chances of you selling it to a higher price is quite low. Next to do have is the low engagement of the community, more so the 150cc riders. Now group rides will be made, but very few 150cc riders do appear, and it's the shame and fear of not having a powerful bike that will keep up with the rest is what makes it the 150cc class look bad, especially the TNT 150. If more people embraced and came out more, it would uplift the morale of others and turn improve people's skills, and also, like I said earlier, if more groups of lower class CC bikes would be made for randoms. Now, the Benelli TNT in Kenya 150 in Kenya has quite a bad reputation for parts. Due to its good build quality, you'd have to be a very careless and a rough rider to actually require a lot of the major parts. Now, on fifth, we do have its price. Now, 150cc bikes are easily affordable and manageable. This is a good thing and also a bad thing. Well, we'll be pessimistic for this video, so here goes. Maybe you're wondering why. It all started when we were in the Stone Age. Now, we are creatures that have evolved due to the desire of wanting more. We've become complacent, and recently, because we seem to have everything we need, now we all seem to be quite comfortable in our small cocoons. Now, don't get me wrong, you might be at the peak of your life or whatever, but that shouldn't stop you from reaching out from your comfort zone and achieving more. And because of the price, beginners tend to feel comfortable and afraid to reach out beyond their comfort zone. I'd advise anyone to ride as many bikes as possible. It gives you a sense of more fulfillment at the end of the day, and it also expands your minds to more possibilities. And perhaps you might find to have discovered a new liking to a certain kind of class of bikes. If you haven't seen the classes of bikes video, I will check out the channel, and also will put a marker right here in this video. Now, finally, 150cc bikes are the best beginner bikes, but they are the worst long-term bikes. Now, this is rather contradictory, but let me explain. They are the best beginner bikes, especially the Benelli TNT 150, and in that it will teach you all the fundamentals of riding and motorcycle safety. That's it. That's all it will teach you. And also, the bad thing about the bike is on the long term, especially if you are starting out, well, because you will outgrow it quite very fast. In this case, it will depend on how fast you learn and how fast you get to manage things, how fast you get to be able to control the bike and all. For example, I had exhausted my bike after only 3 months of riding. Now, I felt that my skill set needed something a bit more powerful in order to increase my needs, my skill set, and so it began my journey to the path of upgrading. So, should you really start on a 150cc bike? Well, my answer is no. There's a reason why 150cc bikes are unpopular in most developed countries, and I tend to think their sale value is quite low, unless of course it's a dirt bike, but that's an entire different world. In other countries, 250 to 400cc bikes are actually considered as beginner bikes. Well, because they do have enough power and grunt and can serve you for quite a long time, and also due to their prices, their resale value doesn't quite drop as much. Now, whenever people ask me, do I get a 150cc or do I get a Benelli TNT 150 or any other 150cc bike, I'd actually ask for their budget first, and if it's within the scope of a bigger bike, I usually advise them to take, for example, it's better to take a Benelli TNT 250 than it is to take maybe say a Benelli TNT 150. That is if your budget allows. I'd rather you save up a bit more and get the bigger bike, because it will serve you for a longer time, and it will also give you the enough experience so that when you move from a 250cc bike, you can actually jump from a 250 to maybe say a 600 or even a 750cc bike, or even a 500cc bike. So let me know your thoughts on this topic. Was it something that you'd consider looking into, or perhaps you do disagree with me? Anyway, let's discuss down there in the comments section below. I do love reading and replying to all your comments. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and until next time guys, stay safe, ride safe. Fact: Indonesia is home to some of the shortest people in the world. Goodbye.